How can you know if you're experiencing mileage fraud? How can you know if the mileage that you're seeing on the car that you're trying to buy is actually the real mileage? Well, just like the video I told you about, we were only able to know that the mileage on that Vitz was 300,000 when on the odometer it was showing about 75,000. We only knew that when we connected a diagnosis machine. And obviously the reason why people do this is because when you're trying to sell a car, a lot of people like to ask about the mileage. So when somebody tells you that the mileage is around 75,000, you're thinking this is a pretty good car, especially here in Zambia where we are, mostly fond of the used car market. When you're looking at a car that has done less than 100,000, especially with Toyotas, you're really looking at a car that's in fairly good condition. So a lot of people will, reduce the mileage to be able to sell the car at a higher price. And obviously this is very wrong because whoever buys the car ends up having major issues on the car, even if it's a low mileage vehicle. So then how can you know if the mileage has been tampered? Again, you're going to need a diagnosis machine. Some very simple small diagnosis machines are still able to tell you if the mileage has been tampered with, because a lot of these modern cars these days will send the information from the speed sensor that's connected to the transmission to send that information to the ECU about the distance that the car has traveled, and it will be saved inside the computer box or the ECU of your car. So every time it's plugged into a diagnosis machine, and the diagnosis machine reads the VIN number and gets all the information from the car, it also picks up what the actual mileage of the car is. Another thing that you can do to be able to tell that you have some mileage fraud issues is also doing a quick physical inspection on the interior and exterior of the vehicle. For example, in this Golf 7R that I'm sitting in, I can show you some of the parts that, would not really be worn out at certain levels. So for example, if you're looking at things that are being used frequently, like your gear shifter, you have a look at your gear shifter, and if it's in a pretty worn out state and, the car says that it's 60,000 kilometers, you would know that there's probably an issue there. You're looking at your seats. You're also looking at your steering wheel. If it doesn't have a cover on it, you look at different points like your door handles, things that are frequently used by the driver or the passenger side. You can look at sections like this where people would lean their hands, and also on the armrest on this side, and you'll be able to tell through that there must be some mileage fraud going on. If a car has done over 100,000 kilometers, yes, you're going to start seeing some significant wear on these parts. But if it's done way less than that, you can't have a car that has done, 60,000 kilometers and it's got a gear shifter that is completely worn out. You've got door handles that are, being torn apart and stuff like that. But obviously it might be a case-by-case thing, because there are some cars that are made very cheap. But in general, you won't have that sort of thing going on in a low mileage vehicle. So it's another thing that you can just keep in mind, or have a look out for when you're trying to buy your car. That way you will know that your mileage just might be fake. So just being able to connect your car to a diagnosis machine will normally be able to give you the mileage of the car, but it's not the same case for every vehicle. There are a lot of Japanese vehicles that just send the mileage straight to the odometer reading on your dashboard. So the speed sensor just connects to that odometer reader on your dashboard, and it shows you the mileage right there. So even if you connect it to a diagnosis machine, it might not be able to pick up the odometer reading, and in that case you're pretty much on your own, and you just have to do some really good physical inspection. Because if you do a really good physical inspection, like I explained on the engine side in my other video, if you are able to do an inspection there and you see things like sludge, you see things like major oil leaks on the valve cover, those things generally don't happen on lower mileage vehicles. It's once you start getting to the 100,000s, the 80,000s, then you have major gaskets start to go out and stuff like that. So if you see a car like that and you're able to do a physical inspection, then you save yourself a lot of trouble when it comes to the mileage. But otherwise, a lot of Toyota cars, you find that the mileage just goes straight to the dash, and it's very difficult to know whether that mileage has been tampered with. But a lot of modern cars, even Toyota cars, Audis, BMWs, your Mercedes-Benz, those really do well in engraving the mileage of the car onto the ECU. So you have a much lower chance with those cars getting mileage fraud to a point where you're not even able to detect. Another very good question is, how do you know the condition of a car when you're buying online? How can you be sure that the car that you're buying online on these different platforms is in good condition, since you're not able to be there to make the physical inspections like the ones that I gave you guys? The best thing that you can do, honestly, is to go to, first of all, a reputable site. Don't just buy your cars from any random site that comes up and says they sell used cars from Japan or from South Africa. Make sure that you're buying it from a reputable site that has a long record of people buying their cars from there, and there are a lot of success stories. These days we live in an online age, and with this online space, you have what are called reviews. So just look at what other people are saying about these different places that you're buying your cars from, and you stand a better chance that way of getting a car that is in very good condition. Even if you're not on the ground and able to check the car yourself, you still have a better chance of getting a car that is in good condition. But another thing that you can do, which costs a little bit more money, but I think it's worth it at the end of the day if you know that you're going to get a very good car, you can use a reputable agent in car dealerships like ours that make sure that we bring in your cars in a very good condition. And we also have people on the ground from these reputable sites. We do have people in Japan, people in South Africa who we've been working with for a very long time. So anytime a car comes up and a client wants to buy, we have those guys on the ground who are able to check the car, make sure we do those engine checks that I told you guys about. We do some other physical inspections just to make sure that our clients get the best cars that they can. So those are basically the two things that you can do, because if you are just going to go online and try to save as much money as possible as you're trying to buy your car online, yes, you won't be paying the fees for having an agent select the car for you and have somebody check it that side. But then when your car comes here and you start to face a lot of trouble, you end up losing that money that you thought that you had saved, when you could have spent just the extra sometimes it's 10,000, 15,000 kwacha to just be able to make sure that you're getting a really good car that will last you hundreds of thousands of kilometers and keep running for years and years to come. So there you have it, guys. If you're worried that you are getting scammed with mileage fraud, then you can bring your car in for a pre-service inspection. We'll be able to try and look at the mileage of your vehicle, especially if it's a modern car. We can connect it to the diagnosis machine, and that way it will be able to tell you the mileage of the vehicle, just to make sure that your car dealer is being honest and making sure that you are getting the right car for yourself and you're not going to be wasting all your money. I hope somebody learned something from this video. Like it if you like it, share it with somebody who would find this information important. And also remember, if you're looking for any car to buy, like this Golf 7R for example that I'm sitting in, you can get in touch with us, and we have many other units, different variety of vehicles that you can have a look at, and also get your cars worked on by our guys here at Z Gear HQ, which is Tunex Automotive. Take care, guys, and drive safe. I will see you on the next one.